Hey everybody, Adam here for True North Wilds with July's unboxing of the Simple Fishing Random Lure of the Month subscription box. I've had a few of these so far and they've been pretty good. It's a Canadian company. They focus on introducing you to Canadian lures, Canadian made stuff. This is supposed to be a special month of all Canadian themed gear because it's Canada's 150th birthday this year, specifically July 1st, Canada Day, which we just celebrated recently here. So I'm excited to open it up and see what kind of Canadian themed stuff I get this month. I can already feel that there's some bulky items in here just by squeezing on the box here a little bit. I can already tell it's going to be not just plastics like the last box, which they fairly or unfairly got a lot of grief over. I liked the plastics. They worked actually quite well for me, but sounds like there's going to be a pretty good variety in here, so let's get to it. Alright, so first thing that I pull out is plastics. Smart baits. Color changes everything. Color changing baits. Interesting. So it changes from pearl to blue, or from chartreuse to blood red. So they're kind of a neat shape. They're a minnow sort of shape. They have a description on the back here. They have some diagrams of their shapes. This one looks like the Mighty Minnow. Activated by water temperature. Smart baits, soft baits undergo multiple color changes and imitate live bleeding prey fish. Multiple color changes. That sounds actually kind of neat. So wow, they are quite colorful to start off. They got sort of a blue top and a reddish sort of body. They got a little bit of looks like a little bit of a white color on the tail. They're kind of all different colors, and they got some black and gold speckles in there. Feels like a pretty sturdy plastic. They got definitely some scent to them. They got a nice split tail, split V-tail. Good action to it. So this one's changing color already. It's activated by any temperature, I guess, not just water temperature. I've never had a color changing bait. I'm sure there's a few out there, but this will be my first one. And you can see the red has changed mostly to the pearl white. The blue on top has gotten a lot lighter. The tail's gotten a lot lighter. So I'm kind of interested to see what kind of colors that's going to change to in the water, and how many times it's going to change color. That's cool. I like that. That's something neat that I don't have yet. Nice. We have Lunker Hunt True Spin. I got something similar to this not too long ago, and it was a pretty good lure. Doesn't have a whole lot of information on the panel. It's the Lunker Hunt True Spin. Let's see if I can get it out. It is sealed very well. There we go. So yeah, this is very similar to one that I just got recently. It's got this blade on the end instead of that third treble, or instead of that second treble hook, sometimes third depending on the size of the bait. It's just got the one treble hook on the bottom here. It's got a really nice color. It's got that nice sort of, it looks like a pike pattern, not quite a pike shape. I'm not sure exactly what fish this is supposed to be. It's got a nice little orange patch on the bottom there. But this thing has some weight to it. This is 13/16 of an ounce weighted lure. It's almost an ounce, and you can feel it. It's got some weight. This is similar to the other one that I have. You can cast these these fly like a bullet. You can cast these forever, and they sink fast. And as they sink, you get the nice little flutter of the blade behind it. As you rip it up, let it sink again, you get the nice little flutter of the blade, and you trigger the strikes that way. So that's good. Quality, these things are quality. I'm happy with that. That'll go into the arsenal. Next up, we have something that's really stuffed in here. So some more plastics. These some grub type plastics. So you got sort of a standard grub shape. Nice color on them. They got that nice, green with the red sparkles in it. The BAM Bait Company. Let's see if they got any scent. They got a bit of a scent to them. They kind of got that almost, it smells like a spicy licorice. It'd be the best way I could describe it. I don't know whether fish like that or not, but licorice smell seems to be pretty common on a lot of the plastics I've been getting, and they seem to work well. So I don't know if there's something to that licorice smell, whatever the actual scent is supposed to be. So it's got a nice action there. It's got a pretty good feel to it. It feels like a good solid rubber. I hate when you get those flimsy rubbers that you put a hook through them once and they tear out right away, and they tear apart. You get one use out of it, or a fish bites it one time and it's all torn up. I like a nice firm rubber, and these feel good. These feel like I'll actually be able to get some good use out of that. So, last, but certainly not least, we have, I think I saw a sneak peek of one of these in one of the promotional emails that went out. It's a little bit squished to get into this thin box, but that's okay. I don't keep the packages anyway. Alright, so the Freedom live action spoons. So yeah, the Freedom Minnow live action spoon. I've never used anything quite like this. I mean, I've used plenty of spoons. So it's got the spoon shape. It's got the typical treble on the back, but it's got this other treble punched through the middle of the spoon. And you got your eyelet there. You also got an eyelet here, so I imagine you could use this one of two ways. You could either tie on here, or you could tie on here, or you could add some weight or whatever. You get the red bead there, and you got the silver bead up here. So I imagine that makes a fair bit of noise, a fair bit of chattering in the water. It's a nice color for a spoon. It's got that nice blue, greeny color. It's got the silver behind it, so you get that flash. It's got that mirror sort of finish. You get a lot of flash in there. Their logo is on there, the Freedom logo. I've never used anything quite like this, so I'm not sure exactly what to say about it. I'm excited to try that. I'm not sure, I'll have to maybe look up some videos on where to tie on here for the best effect, but I could see either way working. So it's a pretty neat spoon. Unique, I think, out of anything I've had so far. I'm looking forward to trying that. I will report back when I do. And then, of course, bottom of the box you get your cards showing what's all in the box, the name of them, the retail value. Usually, so far I've always gotten more value than what I've actually paid. So this came, same brand, the Smart Baits, as the first plastics, with all their shapes of different plastic shapes. They got 2 sides worth of different shapes, and they give you little descriptions here on how to fish the different shapes, where to use them. It looks like, how to pick some colors and stuff. That's pretty handy. I'll have a read through that later, and anytime I get literature, I always like to go through it. I always learn something. I certainly don't know everything. I don't know very much of anything yet. I am always learning, so I always like to get stuff like that. And it's a nice laminated plastic too, so I could take it on the boat with me if I wanted. So all in all, pretty happy with that. It's a good box. The plastics, good plastics. I'm very happy with the plastics I got. I'm looking forward to trying that color changing one. I might actually test it out in my fish tank later. Just because I'm excited to see it. The other plastics, good quality as well. That Freedom Minnow Spoon, interesting lure that I'm not sure if I'm going to have success with it, but I don't see why I wouldn't. It's just that I've never used anything quite like it, so I'm kind of nervous / excited to give that a try. And then the heavy minnow, the Lunker Hunt True Spin with that fluttering blade. I have one similar to that in a different pattern, and it works well, and it's excellent casting lure. So definitely looking forward to trying that out. Don't see any issues with catching any fish on anything that I've got. So thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe, the like button down there, share it. Every little bit helps out. I'm just starting out, so I appreciate all the feedback that I can get, all the support. Check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/TrueNorthWilds. Check out my website, my blog, TrueNorthWilds.com. Check out the other videos on the channel here. You might see something that you like, and we'll see you outside.